Yeah.
Mm. Like fine wine, that song.
Like fine wine. Ugh.
Getting better with age.
Hold on. It doesn't seem like it's like I'm making any volume. Ugh.
What? I can hear you.
Yeah, you can hear me, but I'm not
Oh.
sure it's recording. Um,
Ah.
but let's just check because I can watch. I can watch us on Twitch.
Okay.
um,
We should just get like 7 computers all watching us.
but let's just check because I can watch. Yeah, let's just listen to ours. We just react to what we said 3 seconds
Right.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's working.
Nice.
We're here.
Back. Come on.
What episode is this?
What up?
77?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I hate this. This is too much. Okay, let me stop the share so we can see our beautiful Boonch Boy buddies.
There it is. Come on.
Boys buddies.
Up.
Well, we did it.
How are you?
Oh.
What's been going on?
Oh. How long has it been? A week and a half?
Yeah.
God. We're gonna start talking. When's the last time you boonched?
Yeah, I mean,
it's been a week.
For me, it's really it's a daily. It's on the daily schedule.
Boonch is semi-weekly, but always in your heart.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're never not boonching if you're a Boonch boy. If you're truly, man, it's dark outside. If you're truly boonched in the core. Yeah,
it's always with you.
Can take the boy out of the boonch, but you can't take the boonch out of the boy.
You can't take the boonch out of the boy.
It doesn't stop.
Boonch is like God. It's everywhere all the time. Anyway, omnipresent, omniscient, Boonch.
Well, we did it.
It's been
episode
a little
4.
while. Yeah, we took last week off for Thanksgiving.
That's true.
How was your Thanksgiving?
Did we give thanks last time?
What's up?
Did we give thanks last time? Or
you mean last Thanksgiving or
no,
last
no,
episode?
No, last episode.
I don't think so. No.
Did you give thanks?
Yeah, exactly. No, I don't. I don't think there was
viewer.
any Thanksgiving last episode.
Okay, well, come on. Let's start with that. We have a lot of things to be thankful for.
It's definitely true.
Okay, so you start, and then I'll start, and then you start again.
Okay, so yeah, we'll alternate starting. I'm gonna start off with my brother Philip. He's home, and it's been great having the full family.
He's back home.
House. Oh yeah, until January 4th. I'm gonna be leaving before he does. So.
God, I'm sure that makes him feel jealous.
Yeah, clearly. No, but he's good. He's just it's nice having him home. God. I was talking. This is like the second start, so I guess I'm skipping my turn to start again. But I was talking to my parents and we were like, just all of the craziness that like has had to take place for all of us to be here right now. We were talking about like, I wouldn't be home if it wasn't for like my own stuff back in the fall or back in the spring and then the pandemic. They would be like at their jobs in other buildings, so they would never be home. Philip, I think, would still be in Chicago if it weren't for the pandemic, even though he'd be almost done with his semester. So we were just talking about like, again, the pandemic's awful, people are dying, but if we're looking for silver linings, family connection, is just nothing better.
Yeah, as Chet Baker said in his song "Look for the Silver Linings." I mean, Philip's home, Elizabeth's home.
Right.
What's to complain about? We have there are
all of the Drumbuses are in their house. I'm Chet Baker.
That has to be our next Boonch merch. That has to be our next fake quote.
That's good. Yeah, we got to do that one. Philip wants to get some merch, so I'm getting him some.
Oh my God! Wait, yeah. Oh, that's so good. We need to buy some so that we wear it every podcast.
Oh, that's good. All right, yeah, we'll get it going.
I'm gonna try to do that by the end of the year. Just because
Yeah.
now the semester's over. Have you finished your semester yet?
I mean, in spirit, I have,
Okay.
not in like assignments.
Okay, but let's give it
But
up
yeah,
for the spirit.
yeah, let's give it up. Let's give it up for the Holy Spirit. Um,
Our number one fan, the Holy
yeah,
Spirit.
no, yeah.
Uh,
The Holy Ghost
yeah.
streaming on Twitch right now.
The Holy Ghost is hashtag Boonch Gang.
Yeah.
He's a hashtag Boonch Boy for life. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
What
good.
were we talking about? Oh, Boonch merch.
It's your turn to start.
Oh,
Yes?
I'm thankful for Boonch merch only.
I mean, yeah, that's really the only thing on the list.
Yeah,
First
someone's
and
like
last on
family.
my
I'm like, what
gratitude
did you
list.
say?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta go. So can we both agree that, like, in general, family and the health of the family is a good one? Because
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, all right, give it
Yeah.
up. Let's give it
Come
up. For
on,
family,
yeah, give it up for family.
Okay, but now that we've given it up for family, I'm gonna give it up for the possibility to be like a healthy person. Like, I have the choice to be healthy.
I like that. Give it up.
Same thing with my family. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're able to be more quarantined. We're able to eat healthy foods. We're able to exercise. We have the ability to exercise. We're in a good spot in terms of hashtag that health.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's good stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't stop.
Having the resources is quite a thing.
Health.
I've heard good things about having resources.
Yeah, I've heard strangely only good things.
Right.
The
resources have 10 out of 10 on Yelp.
Yeah. The Better Business Bureau gave resources
Yeah.
a 9.8 out of 10.
All about the having resources.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Your
good.
turn. Here at Boonch Boys, we alternate.
We alternate. Yeah. This is the second time we've alternated.
Yeah.
So it's obviously
The
catching
second
on.
time today.
Oh, so yeah, right. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, let's say, yeah. I mean, even before the podcast,
Credit where credit is due.
We were all about alternating.
Yeah. Well, that phrase is from last time. All our true fans will know what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. If you were here for episode
minute 35:10, episode 3.
You get it.
Give it up for minute.
Yeah.
We should
Give it
start.
up.
We should start doing that where it's like scripture, where it's like Boonch
35. Oh, that's so good.
And it's just
We
like
should start...
us doing sounds like.
We should start just, instead of reacting to the to our current podcast, we should start reacting to the old podcast.
Yeah.
And then the next, so episode 5 is us reacting to episode 4, which is us reacting to episode 3, and it just keeps going.
That's a really smart idea.
It's not.
I mean, it would. What I view it as is such an intellectual challenge to find stuff to talk about. I mean, at some point you would just have to be like, okay, let's just talk about anything that's anything like tangentially related. Like, oh, you see that sweatshirt? I bought this sweatshirt. La, 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 you know what I mean?
Right. That's true. You know, like, I don't know how our millions of viewers would feel about it, but I do think it would be like an interesting experiment as far as, you know, when are we just gonna run out of stuff? Which I really don't feel like we ever would.
I really don't think we will.
It does keep going.
Yeah. Content is literally unlimited.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, your turn.
All
we
right.
alternate. Here
we alternate. Yeah. Sorry, gotta get back to that. I am gonna go. Oh, all right. I gotta think about this. I'm gonna go with hats.
6 feet sombrero Boonch Boys hat. Get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Get yours.
Get ready.
Get yours now.
Yeah, get your head ready
The CDC requires you
Yeah.
to own our
Sponsored by Fauci. A 6-foot Boonch sombrero. Yeah. No, but hats in general, really getting the job done for a long time.
Do you actually use hats? Is this a meme, or do you actually use hats
No, I
frequently?
use a hat every once in a while. Like if I'm going to use a hat more in Bloomington because I'm going to be outside more and it's going to be colder and windier. But I'm
Okay.
I'm
I'm
all
thinking.
about it.
When I think hats, I think trucker hat.
Oh no, no, no,
No, no,
no,
no, no.
no, no,
Like
no.
like
I'm
hats.
talking, I'm
Yeah.
talking winter hat.
See the here's my problem with hats.
Ah,
That's yeah. You rock a
ah.
beanie. You rock a beanie well.
Come on.
You rock a beanie well. um, what was I gonna say?
I just messed
Hats
up my
seem
hair.
to like the only thing that I really care about with hats is my ears, and it
Right.
seems like a lot. It seemed like I have a lot of hair, so it's like my hair doesn't need to be warm.
Mm,
I need earmuffs. I've just never gotten them. That's why
interesting.
I'm not a huge fan of hats.
Yeah.
Um,
I've had to stop caring about my hair. Like that would always be my worry. Like there were points where I would like I think this was like in high school where I'd like pack a comb in my backpack because I was wearing a hat for 10 minutes on the walk to school. So like that's
gotta hate
that's
it.
not how you do that. But
Who's to blame? The
right,
hats?
yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's all the hats, really. Um but no, I feel like in general it's just a good vibe. That's how I feel about hats.
I also generally agree. I'm a fan of the way they are, just not the
Yes.
way they interact with me. You know what I mean?
I
It's
get
like
that. I get that. Yeah.
like
You
who's a
can appreciate them.
celebrity? It's just like I don't know. I was
Uh,
gonna say Adam Driver, but I'm actively a fan of Adam Driver.
sure.
It's like Chris Pine. Like, does Chris Pine really do stuff?
I got a good Chris Pine story though.
Oh,
That's gonna be the next thing I'm grateful for. But we
ugh.
alternate here on the Boonch Boys,
Yeah.
so you're next.
Okay, yeah, that'll be your next. What you're thankful for is
Yeah,
this story of
it's this story about Chris Pine.
um. What am I thankful for? Is it lame to say water?
No, I've been drinking water also.
Water is like. There's three things that I always recommend for someone if they ever like feel bad, right?
Hmm.
If they're ever like, oh, my head hurts. It's like drink water, sleep,
Hmm.
eat good foods, eat fruits and
Hmm.
veggies.
That's the thing.
But the number one is always water. People are
Water's
always
yeah.
dehydrated. I get dehydrated. I have to drink
Oh yeah.
3 of these. If
Yeah.
not, I'm not the same. It's like Snickers. It's like
Yeah.
you're
You're
not
not
you.
when you're incredibly dehydrated.
Yeah. When you have literally zero moisture in your body,
Yeah.
you're just a
When,
pile
when
of
the
sand.
inside of you is dry, you are not yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just got to give it up to water. It's so
Oh yeah.
like, can you think of anything more simple?
No, that is true.
Like, is there anything that's less complex?
Right. I
It's
mean, no. I mean, if we're talking molecularly,
yeah. I mean
but
oxygen.
who cares?
I mean oxygen.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
like
But
like a thing that you interact with every day.
right.
Like my
Right.
metronome is like 70 things at least. And it's like,
Right. Right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Water never has to be. People try and like overdo it, and it's like vitamins, and we're gonna put, fluoride
Electrolyte
in
water?
your water. Yeah, it's like let's
Oh
all
my
just
God.
calm down.
Yeah, it's like take
Yeah.
it all like
Take
here's
it- yeah.
Powerade and here's
Right.
Gatorade. It's like water just needs water's always just like, hey baby.
Yeah. Right. Right. It's
Hey,
cool.
hey
We
baby.
get. It's a continuous business model. Water really cornered the market
Yeah,
on
water
people who need to drink water.
Hashtag water is a monopoly, change my mind.
Yeah. 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 We need the what was it? The Shelby Act? Was that the one about monopolies?
Is that what it was?
There's some act about monopolies.
Wow, you
where
remember a lot from AP Gov. Give it
that
up.
was
Give it up
it's
for Henry's
probably
knowledge.
wrong. Hold on, I need to look at it real quick.
I know everything about AP Gov except all of the knowledge is mixed in with a different thing.
Yeah. Wait.
Brown
What was-
versus the Board of Education was about
That was a good one.
it's about the color
on.
brown. Here in the Boonch Boys, we do our research.
Yeah, in the middle of the of the podcast. Oh no, it was the Sherman Antitrust Act.
The Sherman Antitrust Act.
Gosh.
You want me to Sherman?
You want me to Sherman?
You want me to? You want me to Sherman? I hardly know her man.
What was it? I'm not gonna remember.
Are you thinking of another anti-union?
No, it wasn't that. I was thinking of something we were talking about the other day in my family, and that style of joke came up. I think it was like with the word promulgate or something like that. It was like, you want me to promulgate? So I don't know if that was it, but anyway.
Can you do that with any word then? Because you can just insert an A.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's not even, because we were using the U in that.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
So promulgate, like it's
Promulgate.
promulgate.
Right.
Okay.
Promulgate. We said promulgate, except we just basically changed the U to an A in how.
Would that work for Boonch?
Well, no, because there's
not
nothing
an A
close
or
to
U.
a like a pronoun or an article.
I mean, kind of you.
You want me to your unch? No, your unch. I don't know. I don't think that works.
You want me to butt your unch?
You unch.
You want me to butt your
unch?
Here on the Boonch Boys, we're sophisticated.
Yeah, we go all the way here on the Boonch Boys.
Yeah, Harvard ain't got nothing on the Boonch Boys. Okay, yeah. So wait, did you do your third thing, or were you just?
Oh no, this is gonna be the Chris Pine story.
Oh.
So I have, I'd say Chris Pine is at the, I don't know, at like the level of like a, I don't know, maybe like a tier below Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
In the sure. harmlessness. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Just he like does his job, and it seems like he's nice. So he is in Wonder Woman, the one actually coming out soon. Wow, this turned into a plug for Wonder Woman. That was not the plan.
Sponsor us.
You're welcome, Chris Pine.
Chris Pine, pay us at boonchboys@please.com.
Yeah, we got to start our Venmo at .please. So he was in Wonder Woman and 1984. And there's a scene in Wonder Woman that's supposed to take place, I think, in the White House or in some sort of government building. And for those who do not know, my illustrious mother works at the Daughters of the American Revolution let's give it up for that formerly racist organization. No, it's fine. I shouldn't say that because we're gonna get bad press.
Boonch v.
Yeah, Boonch v. the DAR. Yeah. Anyway, and that building, Constitution Hall, and their building is actually used in a lot of different movies as like a stand-in for other like government historical buildings. Mm-hmm. And so, Chris Pine was there one day and came to DAR. She's seen a ton of different people there. She saw Jeff Daniels there, and so like people. Oh, I mean, come on, give it up.
Yeah. Jeff. So quick aside. I just never mind. Keep going, and then we'll talk about harmlessness. Yeah.
Mr.
Jeff Daniels. I'll remember him. Jeff Daniels.
So Chris Pine was there.
Jeff Daniels. Okay.
yeah. Write that down. So he was there, and so they have like a general rule where you're not supposed to like interfere if you're just a staff genealogist and Chris Pine is trying to act. So, but after then, Chris Pine came up the stairs to this other person's, like one of my mom's coworkers, and said, hi, I hear this is like a place for genealogy. And they were like, yeah, that's what we do. And so he like asked this woman to just bring him into the library and see if they could find his ancestors in their historical records about the American Revolution. I don't remember if they did or not, but he was like really nice and was interested in genealogy. So
You literally can't get any more harmless than that.
right, yeah, exactly.
You just
yeah.
want to know your past and you
Yeah.
act.
exactly, exactly. So I'm grateful for that story.
That's a good one. That's for I think you've told me that. I think you
Have I?
told me that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably have.
Where
It's the closest I've ever gotten to fame.
yeah.
Is that my mom worked near someone who once talked to Chris Pine.
Did I tell you that Leah like actually touched Messi?
What's up? Whoa!
Yeah.
Wow, that's big. Was that with the Israeli boy?
Yep.
Ah,
Give it up for
let's
rich
give it up
Israelis.
for that Israeli boy.
Let's give it up for that. But yeah, I was gonna say that there's people that are actively uncontroversial, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Chris Pine. It's like yeah, it's Chris Pine. But then there's the level where it's like, oh, come on, like
Right.
they're so unproblematic, but in like almost in an iconic way how unproblematic they are. Like
Yeah.
I mean I don't know much about Jeff Daniels, but I'm pretty sure he would fit the list. But then I
Yeah.
was
I
also
would.
thinking Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, certainly.
yeah, like American Sweethearts, you know.
Ro, of course. And I think I think we could categorize it as like Chris Pine is in the more passive harmlessness category, while the people like Tom Hanks and Jeff Daniels could almost be called like actively harmless. Like
Mm-hmm.
people are so happy that they're so harmless, you know?
Yeah,
Like
it's
they've made their name for themselves
mm-hmm.
because they're so
It's like being indifferent towards something, but and then actively liking something. You know,
right.
like true indifference, leaning towards positivity versus like actual positivity.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So is that
Exactly.
what active versus passive voices? This one you gotta talk like Chris Pine. Okay.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. I was talking about this with my family last night. I feel like passive voice gets a bad rap, and I mean, I don't think it's good for every occasion, but I'm pro passive voice. Not to get controversial on this podcast, but
Boonch versus the state over passive voice. What's an example where you prefer passive voice?
oh, that's a good question. I think there are times I don't know if I'm going to be able to think of a specific one because it's tough, but I think there are times when I've been writing uh, when it has seemed like a thing that I am talking about. Well, I don't know. It's hard for me to really think of a specific example, but I think there are times when it has just sounded more right to me.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I really like the mysterious aspect of it because it's like
Yeah.
when you want to have confusion about who did the action,
Right.
it's yeah, it's complex
Yeah.
in a good way. It's like
Yeah.
the heart was broken. It's like, oh,
Right. Oh, damn.
by who?
Right.
By,
Yeah.
by whom?
By whom? There it is. Let's give it up for the word whom.
The heart was broken by whom? Yes.
Boonch. That's got to be our next shirt.
Yeah, the heart was broken
It's
by
broken
whom?
by whom? Boonch.
Bjornch.
Ah,
It doesn't stop. Okay, so that story was the third thing you're thankful for. So I guess
yeah.
I have to think of a story now.
Not necessarily.
Okay. How about can I say things that I'm not thankful for
Sure.
that are really petty?
No, yeah, that's fine.
The change in weather. It's too quick.
We got to give that one up. No, that's true. It's gotten windy.
Philip's like, I'm home. It's like,
Yeah.
we get it. You live in Chicago.
Listen, it's the Windy City.
He's like, oh, is Alexandria trying to be Chicago? Dude, I've seen really good mallet players on Instagram. Anyways, yeah, the change in weather is just like Also, the change in daylight
Mm,
is so apparent now. Like, I'll
yeah.
usually when I wake up, it's like dark for a while, but now it's like light at 6:30, but then it gets
Yeah.
dark at like 3:15. I'm like,
Yeah, it really does.
it's so dark and it's so cold. That's
Yes.
how did it, how here's my question. How did like um hunter gatherers get through winters? Like what did they
Mm.
do?
Well, I think it depends on the time period at which they were there. Obviously, when
Mhm.
fire was a thing, fire was helpful,
Yeah. Yeah,
both
for
in
sure.
making light and warmth. Uh, Beyond that, I can't really say.
It's like you can't grow anything. It's harder to hunt.
Right?
But maybe
Yeah, it's cold.
yeah, for some reason I think that hunter gatherers are concentrated in the Middle East, but that's just because what was that um what was that civilization that started there? Sumer? No.
Mesopotamia? No.
Mesop
Who are we
no.
talking about?
Mesopotamia.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, right?
Okay.
That's yeah, the Fertile Crescent.
Uh,
Yeah, for
yeah.
some reason I feel like my mind associates the Fertile Crescent where civilization started with where all hunter gatherers lived. So I'm like, but it's not. Yeah, that's not right. They were
No,
definitely
that's
all
not what
over the place.
the
Yeah, they were. They were not just in the Fertile Crescent. Could you imagine if
yeah.
if all
All
of
of the
them
hunter
dispersed,
gatherers.
but then they came all back to the Fertile Crescent?
That would be so
Give
cool.
it up
That
to
would be such an interesting path in history if like
no. That
they
would
had
be a
gone over the whole
major.
world.
Yeah, that would be a
Yeah.
major
Yeah.
research direction. It's like what?
What?
There's no way.
Yeah. Why? How did they all decide to go back?
This group was in Mexico, and then seven
Right.
generations later, they were living in a four-bedroom apartment with people from South Africa. What? What?
Studio apartment in the Fertile Crescent.
Give it up
Yeah.
for the Fertile Crescent. Let's give it up.
Yeah. Uh,
But yeah, are you, so what's let's go over favorite seasons because I'm not sure if we've talked about that, but
I don't know if we have.
we
Uh,
we got to go over it.
I would definitely go with autumn.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that seems like
that's
sort
so
of the obvious
uncontroversial.
one.
That's the Tom
Right.
Hanks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Autumn's really the Tom Hanks of seasons.
Yeah,
You're welcome, world.
I feel like spring is the passively uncontroversial. Just
Right. It's
except with people who have allergies.
allergies.
Allergies. That's why we hate it. Yeah, exactly. Give it up. But for everybody else, I'm sure it's just they're like, yeah, it's worse fall.
Yeah.
But then winter and summer are actively controversial. I think summer
Right.
is hated by more people than winter.
Probably.
Probably, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
just because of Christmas and
Right. Right.
snow and
I think there's a
like
little bit more like yeah, there's a little bit more beauty and comfort in the idea of like being inside during the winter, looking out at the snow.
yeah, not just
Whereas
like
with
on your
summer,
bed sweating
yeah, exactly.
in a
I'm literally
wife
doing
beater.
nothing in air conditioning, and I'm so hot. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a difference between going
Right.
versus melting on your bed.
Right. Versus panting while being completely still. Um, yeah. Yeah, no, but autumn's, the thing is, it's as with so many things, the most pleasurable aspects are in the middle of the extremes, you know.
Of course. Yeah, that's
Give it up for
give
the
it
middle
up.
of the
Give it up.
extremes.
But see, the weird thing is that I'm fall would be first, summer for me would be second.
Hmm. I might agree with that.
I'm not trying to say that because we just ragged on summer. Summer does suck, but I feel like I can handle summer more than I can handle winter. You know,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
yeah, I think there's also a certain like mental health aspect associated with winter of just like it's dark at 3:15 and cold all the time,
Yeah.
and that is yeah. Yeah, I think I feel definitely more relaxed in summer. I mean, also because there's like less to do usually, so maybe there's also that.
Yeah,
I shouldn't just say it's because of the temperature.
yeah, true. It's weird because I'm definitely an introvert. I definitely like spending time in my room alone. Um, but winter seems like it's exerting, even though the pressure it's exerting in terms of what you can do is something I would like. I still don't like that it's happening. Like
Right.
being having the temperatures reach such low degrees to where I can't do anything, um, is stifling in a weird way. I mean, not that I wanted to do anything,
Right.
but
Right.
at least when it's summertime, like I can go for a run in the morning and it's not going to kill me. But now there's like
Right.
going to be very few times during the day when I can run,
It's
and
cold.
then it's like too
Yeah.
dark. It's like I don't know. It's also
That's
just
interesting.
too cold. It's just too cold. For
Yeah.
me.
I wonder if choice or the lack thereof is a factor in seasons.
I am
'Cause-
pro-choice. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We don't mean to get controversial.
Yeah.
As
Hashtag
far
Boonch
as
is pro-choice. You
choosing
don't know.
whether to go outside, we're pro-choice. Yeah.
Just to clarify, we're pro the choice of going outside.
Right. Yeah. That's good.
Okay, we'll give it up. Favorite seasons. We've done it.
Favorite seasons.
Okay,
We've
so
done
I
that.
know you have more content than me, but I want to
I
get.
have a bit. Yeah.
Okay,
No.
can I start?
Go right
can
ahead.
I start?
Please do. We
Okay.
alternate.
We all here on Boonch Boys, we alternate. So all I have is this 1 minute video of. Do you know what YouTube Shorts are?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No, I don't. I was trying to look cool.
you
for
got
the
me.
viewers.
You
Yeah.
got me.
Yeah.
Here on Boonch Boys, we get each other. Okay.
We lie.
we, we're pro-choice. Okay. It's two shorts that were one right next to each other that I
Okay.
think are both are pretty funny. But it's just it was really funny to me how they were both next to each other. That's not really that funny, but I just liked these two things. So
Yeah. Okay.
let's just pull it up. Okay, can you see this?
I can see that.
Okay, let me know.
Oh, I saw this.
You did?
I did. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
But no,
play
I mean,
it
go ahead
anyway.
and play it for the viewers.
Pizza, this will be for dine or carry out.
No, this is Little Caesars. What kind of pizza can I get for you, sir?
Is it carry out delivery? This is pizza. Third, will this be for dine or carry out?
No, Little Caesars, we do $5 already.
Sir, can you calm down?
Here at Little Caesars, we don't do delivery.
Are you talking about my Domino's? Sir, our pizza's always hot and ready.
Your name? No,
This is carry out delivery.
by a dude from another country.
Sir, what is going on? If you're not going to call that a legit order, I have to leave you, sir.
Listen here, you fuckface piece of...
It's so good. Oh,
Yeah.
oh man. So that one I thought was really good. But then
Yeah,
we got
it's just good.
then we have this one. God, for some reason it's like not letting this thing go down. Okay, whatever. So
Yeah, it's okay.
the thing says gorgeous Asian tall girl, beautiful long stems.
Oh my god.
Stops, goes to another thing. I wonder what this is gonna be. Okay. Oh, now she's slow motion.
Ah.
What is that? What is it? Like, what's going on?
Right. Well, also,
I
it
love
seems
so
like
much.
it seems like she was at the airport or wherever this is like multiple
I
times,
know.
and they were also there filming her multiple times.
Yeah. It's so funny because obviously so this is like you see the profile picture, that's definitely her.
Yeah.
That's her.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
So
Like
she's
she
putting it up.
wanted this to happen.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it would be so weird if somebody was like, that's what's so weird about it. Like the first one is like it's like through
Right.
It's like,
Yeah, right.
where's this being
right.
recorded from? But then this one's like professionally done, where it's like,
Yeah.
she clearly sees them.
Right. How does she not know?
Yeah, and then near the end, it's like the same thing, but it's at the airport. But now it's during the pandemic, I guess. This wasn't.
Right.
And
Right.
and then it's just so funny where she's just walking, and then the music drops, and she just goes in slow motion, and that's the video.
Yeah. For like a good, like, I don't know, only a second and a half.
Yeah.
And
it's
then
like,
right
you
back.
ready?
Yeah,
Ananina no na nai. Ananina no na nai.
yeah.
We should do
It's,
that. Gorgeous short Hispanic boy. Beautiful long stems. We should do.
Also, the word joints with stems, I think merits discussion.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Do you think it is something that has sort of just gotten lost in translation, or was it purposeful and trying to promote the sexist imagery of this young woman as a flower?
I think it's a translation issue.
I think it's definitely a translation thing. Yeah.
But yeah.
SV was not going that deep.
Yeah, on herself, she's like, should I be
Yeah.
subtle about misogyny on myself? Yeah, so that definitely supposed to mean legs. So that's crazy that
Right.
that they have a word in whatever language she speaks that she translated this from that means stems. That legs means stems.
I mean, it's not like it's
not out. It's not.
tomatoes
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, like you can see the relation. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like shaved dog anus. It's like, whoa. How does that mean
Right.
legs?
Whoa. Sorry,
How
just
does
a translation thing. Whoa.
How does that also mean legs?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, let's just watch the first one more time. It's just so creepy and hilarious. I love it so much.
Right. And why? You're right. Why is it like there? Why?
I don't get it at all, and it's the best
Yeah,
thing
that's.
ever. Give it up for
nice.
my one piece of content.
That's good stuff.
It doesn't stop here on the Boonch Boys.
We need to get her and Boonch Montana on the show at the same time.
Calling each other.
Yeah.
Listen here, you fucker.
That's good.
It doesn't stop.
All right. So the thing, this is a multi-part situation here.
Oh god, it's like Game of
hold on a
Thrones.
second. Exactly. This is exactly like Game of Thrones.
Hashtag Boonch Boys is the next Game of Thrones.
Okay, so it starts out. I'm reading this book by Susan Cheever called "Drinking in America," about what you think and a history, specifically alcohol, not just like any drinking, but that would be an interesting book.
Yeah, water drinking in America.
We gotta make that a history of Americans drinking tea. All right. And so I'm only through like the first 2 chapters. It's a fascinating book, but there have been a few things that I've noticed that I was like, wait, what? And so the first was she was talking about the Mayflower and how the Mayflower is actually supposed to go to Northern Virginia, but then stopped early because they ran out of beer. But that was not even the crazy part. The crazy part was the guy who was like the captain, I guess, was hired, as the captain of this ship. And for whatever reason, he put like, he made the masts of the sail longer and put on like more, or masts of the ship longer, and he like gave them more sail material. I don't know much about boats, so I'm probably like messing up the terminology.
More sail material.
More sail material. No, I mean like the not like sailing as the verb, but the,
yeah.
I'm talking about. Yeah. The cloth. So, and he did this because when when the sea was a little bit more feisty, shall we say,
Mhm.
the boat would start leaking more, and uh, then they would have problems. And that was like, so he did this, and then yeah, they had to turn around because they were like, the boat's leaking a
Yeah.
lot. And so the interesting thing was like, they don't know why he did this still. Some people think, and I think this is like probably what it was, but some people think like people paid him to do this to sabotage the pilgrims. But some people think it was like just a prank or something, which, if that's true, is just hilarious.
There's no way it was just a prank.
I don't think so. I
Pranks
don't
are
think so.
not funny back then.
Right.
Haha,
Yeah,
I
I
killed
don't
all your
think.
geese. It's like, that's
Right.
literally my
You
livelihood.
just killed my geese.
Yeah.
That was all you did.
You're like, why don't you just
Um,
take my daughter too? Because that's what you've done.
Um, but this was the other thing, and I'll read a little quote here. So, where was it?
The Boonch Club. The Boonch Boys Boonch Club. No, book club.
Uh, yeah, exactly. The Boonch Boys, Bunch. Uh, so they're talking about Paul Revere,
Ugh.
and said, by midnight, while the British soldiers were still trying to get out of the swamps near Boston, Revere had reached the Clark House in Lexington, where Hancock and Adams, both John, were staying. Here he found Hancock about to make a dinner of a fresh salmon.
Hmm.
Unperturbed by Revere's warning, Hancock and Adams reluctantly agreed to move because they needed them to they were going to try and capture them, and John Hancock and John Adams were like hiding. Revere, Dawes, and Prescott, doesn't matter who they were, joined Adams and Hancock for a few drinks and finally got them into Hancock's heavy carriage without the salmon, then headed for nearby Woburn and relative safety. Hancock had told Revere that his trunk, filled with dispatches from the rebels and the militia, was safely in the attic of Buckman Tavern in Lexington. Then, later, Hancock sent a carriage back to get the salmon. Yeah.
So that's it. Yeah.
That's it. But I mean, like, first of all, wow. And so
He's like, I know there's a revolution going on, but I need
Right.
my omega 3s, my omega 6s.
Right. I'm looking for the healthy fats right
Yeah.
now. But
Did you say
he,
unsaturated fats are back there?
yeah. Let's send my carriage. Send my best guy for that. I don't. So the interesting. So that's obviously ridiculous, but I felt like the interesting thing, not to be, I don't know, you know, interested in myself, but was my immediate reaction to those things, and I'll return to that in a second. But first, can you enable my screen sharing,
Of
please?
course, my guy.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you. Share, and I need to share.
There's those flippers.
There they are. There's our guy. All right. I'm going to YouTube. So Adam Sandler,
Oh gosh.
who consistently I've just like never really understood his whole thing,
Yeah,
but he did this thing.
he's just rich.
He really is. He did this thing called Sandlerton, and all it is just him singing all the songs from Hamilton. So,
What?
yeah, I will play a little bit.
How does a bastard orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by Providence, impoverished in squalor, grow up to be a
It's
hero
this the
and
whole
a
time.
scholar?
No. This can't be him.
It's him.
How do you know it's him?
Because it's on like Spotify as a podcast. Like I'm pretty sure it's him.
At least my dear Eliza's his wife. At least I keep his eyes in my life.
So anyway,
That's
Actually, all right.
crazy.
So, well, now you've got me thinking: is it actually him? Because
Yeah.
if it's not,
Because
then
it says if Hamilton was sung entirely by Adam Sandler.
yeah. All right, hold on. Oh, maybe this is not actually by him. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah. If Adam Sandler. Oh no, hold on. Here it is. Hold on a second.
Yeah, it's by
Adam
pregnant.
Sandler is such a huge fan of Hamilton the musical, he decided that the world needed to hear his take.
Hmm.
That's not a definite.
I'm still skeptical. Is Sandlerton real? Hashtag Sandlerton Gate.
Wait, you haven't listened to Sandlerton?
Maybe look up, was Sandlerton actually sung by?
Yeah. Ah.
Was Sandlerton actually real?
All right, let's see what Comedy Cake has to say.
Let's see it.
What if you combine blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're right. It's Matt Harbert as Adam Sandler. Oh, well, that's incredibly disappointing.
God, that would have been so much fun.
Yeah, that would have been so much better.
But the thing is, that's why I was skeptical, because I would have heard about that. That would have made its rounds.
Right. Yeah.
Like if he actually did that.
Yeah. Okay. So that was my idea. Okay. So, well, now I need to shift gears a little bit.
Improv. Think on your toes.
Well, no. Okay. So let's, because I think the discussion still is valid. Let's say it was still him.
Okay.
So there is a certain, I think there is a certain respect or admiration, at least you and I have, and I feel like a good number of other people have, for the people that take their ridiculous endeavors seriously and like follow through. I'm reminded of the H. John Benjamin. I wish I could play piano, or I wish I had learned piano. I can't play. I don't remember what it's called, but
I wish I learned how to play piano.
I wish I learned. Yeah. And so, like, again, this idiot with the Mayflower, like, I still think that's so funny, and I just have respect for him, like, doing all of this work, because I'm sure it was not easy to, like,
So what did he do? What did he do again?
He added more mast to it, like made the masts taller, I think, and then also added sail material, like made the sails heavier, I think was the idea. And so that, or like the salmon thing, like it's so crazy. And we all have so much respect for like John Hancock, pretty much just because he wrote his name big on the Declaration of Independence. Not to badmouth John Hancock, but I feel like there is a certain amount of automatic respect that goes to people who really indulge in and work hard at the ridiculous.
I totally agree. I think that's like a perfect combination of like the human experience, where it's like, it's hard work, but then it's also just like utter nonsense. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so the people that can combine that, it's just like, it's like a whimsical feeling that you get. You're like, he opened up a store that's actively profitable, where people just come in, it's an empty room, and he kicks them, and then they pay him.
That's a thing.
He works 16 hours a day. It's like,
right.
That's the best.
It reminds me of the Nathan Fielder, the stuff that he did with like dumb Starbucks. And like,
it's so much work.
Right.
It's so much
like,
work.
There's so much, you have to give these people like credit. for things, even if it's, I mean, ridiculous, or even if it is like not, like the Sandlerton or I wish I had learned to play piano are are not like I don't want to listen to them,
Yeah.
like you listen to them once and you're like, that's really funny, and you
And then
have
you move
respect
on.
for the
Yeah.
people that did all that stuff, but
Yeah,
it's not
because
like
we
I'm
don't
actually gonna
actively
listen.
listen to John H. Benjamin.
Right, yeah, like,
It is hilarious,
right.
but it's like, come on.
That's
Yeah.
not, yeah, that's not on repeat for me. So,
Unlike the Boonch Boys podcast,
well, I mean,
you better have this on repeat,
yeah, yeah.
listeners.
Listeners. Oh, also, we should talk about. Well, we'll talk about this later. Uh, yeah. Don't tell anyone. So anyway, I thought that was interesting, and also just the idea that if we look uh, throughout history, people have just always been so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
like it's
but for I know for a lot of them it wasn't intentional. They weren't like
right.
oh god, it would be so funny if I went They just did it.
They just did it. Yeah, yeah, and I would love to just hold on. Let me see if I can find this again. There was another thing they were talking about, this guy Ethan Allen, and so it says um he had like snuck into Fort Ticonderoga to steal it from the British, and he said hold on. After a few more fits and starts, Allen found himself, he was already into the fort, found himself face to face with Captain William Delaplace of His Majesty's 26th, the fort's commandant, who, having had heard the commotion, was starting to get dressed. British soldiers wore elaborate uniforms, and Delaplace had barely got his pants on when Allen burst into his bedroom. When Delaplace asked on what authority he had entered the fort, most history books state that Ethan Allen bellowed out, "In the name of the great Jehovah and the Continental Congress." In fact, according to the men who were there, he yelled out, "Come out of there, you goddamn old rat." so, so this is the other thing. I would love to just like, I think that would be what would be most exciting for me about time travel, is to just like experience a culture that communicates completely differently.
Yeah.
And like to hear when like that sort of talk would be normal. Obviously that
so
specifically is not normal, but like just even the way that people like talked in the taverns of old, I would just be fascinated to hear that entirely different, way of speaking.
Yeah, that's
and how used to it people would be.
Exactly. That's sort of what. Remember, we were walking around, and I was like, every few years, the things that were popular are going to become goofy, right? They're going to become not popular, and you're going to look lame for doing it. Like, that's time travel back then. That's like the most clear extreme version of that. You can't go back then and listen to people talk and watch what they want and be like, that's serious from my point of view. No, it's all goofy. It's so goofy.
Well, and I mean, I think I think I would say that there's obviously the stuff like that where just in the normal way that people talk, it's like, that's so ridiculous what you're saying.
Yeah.
And how many like words you've taken or you've used to say something so unnecessary.
Come out of there, you damn dirty rat.
Yeah. But on the other hand, there was a certain amount of eloquence in like the more formal writings of the day. If you look at just the stuff that the founding fathers wrote, or who was the guy, Samuel Johnson, who was the first guy who wrote like a dictionary or something like that. No, maybe not the first one to write a dictionary. He wrote.
He's like,
guys, I
guys,
think he was the first one.
it's all the words.
It's all the words.
Of them.
They're like, wait, why? It's like, no, it's all of them.
They're like, wait, in a correct order that makes a story, right? He's like, no, that's the best part.
No. Yeah. That would be so much better if he used all of the words to make one story. Only once.
You
that
can
would be
only
so
use
cool.
one of each
word. That would be impossible.
No, that would be impossible. How many
you
words are there? They're like
I have
thousands?
no idea. Definitely thousands. Yeah.
I'm like 6.
Yeah. I mean, it's at least 6.
It's Boonch Boys, Henry, David,
Right.
twitch.tv/Boonch Boys.
Right. I'm out.
I'm out 7.
Yeah. But anyway, I feel like there is, lacking in today's political discourse, or just cultural discourse in general, public discourse, let's say.
Careful.
Yeah. um, a difference where people are still, I don't know, doing their best to be eloquent and put together, but we're so much more used to people, um, maybe like not even speaking in like complete sentences, and there are, like, I'm doing it now, and I'm obviously not trying to like
Yeah, give a
sound all
speech. Or
right.
what is it? Break into a British fort.
Exactly.
You're like, oh, God.
Right. You're like, hey,
on what authority are you in here? Oh, God.
Listen. So
Bruh,
here's
just give
the
me
thing.
a second.
You gotta go now, please.
It's like,
And
you're up here, I'm down here. Can we just meet?
Right. We just gotta. So I think. Yeah. Let's. I think there is, again, if we look at, maybe this is not the ideal place to be, but I do feel like we are at in some ways, our public discourse is at a midpoint between like the most eloquent that people were in the 18th, 17th centuries,
Yeah.
and the least eloquent they were, as in the still cultural or culture related, or public discourse that they had in the taverns, where they were all like drunk. Because obviously there's stuff where, like, if you think of just your average like teenage person, that seems to certainly be a dialogue, or a dialect on a lower tier.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
I've lost the point of this conversation, but
Yeah, it gets dicey when you talk about like sophistication in language, because there's like such. I feel like even more slang type of speaking, whenever meaning gets abstracted to like not actual language, which is what most people are used to, it's like, these are the words I'm saying, you're getting the meaning. But it's like the more that attitude and means of saying it and quickness of saying it, like, I feel like that is more present in maybe, more slang type of language, and I find it a lot harder to it seems a lot more complex to me than just like the words we're speaking. Like, anybody can learn the words, it's like it's harder to be a part of the community and understand.
Right.
Like, I was watching.
That's true. And I mean,
yeah.
I was just gonna say, I mean, I think the sort of subcultural aspect of, or that defines slang, goes back, centuries, just in different forms. So there were points, at which, if you even think of like Shakespeare, like someone could say like some of the words he was using and like making up were slang terms until they caught on or sort of died out. I also don't know that much about Shakespeare, so I'm definitely not an authority
Shakespeare
on this.
Scholar.
Half of what I'm saying is guessing today. Welcome to the Boonch Boys. Do not cite us.
Half of this is a lie.
Right. You decide which is true.
Here on Boonch Boys, we lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's so interesting to compare past cultures, especially ones that are like continuous with like the culture that we're in now, like the past America, and see, like, I feel like rich people haven't changed that much, but like poor people and like how they've sort of migrated, how they became all these things, how they all created their own offshoots. It's all very people just want to simplify it. It's not simple.
Yeah.
Here on the Boonch Boys, we desimplify.
Right. We like to get complex for the sake of content. But even, I was even thinking, like, even just going back to like the 50s, like I would just be fascinated to hear people talk, because it would be so different,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It would be very nice. So I kind of wanted to pull up this TikTok that Amelia showed me.
Please.
What was it? I think you might have sent me that. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh my god, am I not going to be able to find it?
Well, I spent way too long on that Adam Sandler thing, so no pressure.
I'm not going to be able to find it. So.
Oh, wait. Okay. I'm sorry, but I have a thing that we can watch instead.
Send it.
I don't mean to be as so excited about you not being able to find the thing.
You're like, oh, shut up.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, thank God I can talk more. Hold on. Oh, shoot.
Ooh, shut up.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on. What was it called? It's I always forget what this is called. Hold on.
I'm going to take the time right now to our 2 Twitch streamers. What's up? Or the people who are watching.
Hey!
Give it up. Oh, we have 3 now. Give it up.
Wait, seriously?
Give it
up.
Give it up.
Nice.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate to all the YouTube people. What's up?
Hello. Okay, alright, good, I found it.
Send it.
Hold on.
Send it.
No, I'm just gonna share. There we go. Okay, good. Alright. There it is. This is
Stand down.
okay.
Hey, can I use your bathroom? Oh, yeah, it's right over there. Sick.
That's so good. That's so good.
So there's so much in that I love and that I feel like can be overlooked.
Hey, can I use your bathroom?
Like the fact that this guy's eating a flower at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, it's right over there.
And how long
Sick.
it takes for him to say that. It's also the soundtrack from Hereditary, so.
Well, yeah, because it says directed by Ari Aster, and that's the guy who.
Oh, was that him?
Yeah, that's him.
Ah.
Because that's the ending. That's the ending soundtrack, or the
yeah.
last thing when the guy's
which is
being
really
crowned.
good. It's a really good soundtrack.
And that movie.
Yeah.
I really like that movie.
Yeah.
That movie is good. God. Do you like dogs?
Anyway.
Do you want a dog?
I not yet.
I'm like, do you want a dog?
yeah. Do you want this dog?
I'm like, dog?
I gotta like, I feel like with pets I gotta be in a stable situation and like know that I have the money and the time and the energy.
Yeah.
Before
and
I'm
no
gonna
kids.
do that.
Or kids.
Right, no kids, clearly. Fuck kids.
It's like, I don't have any. I don't have any content. Oh, shut up! Let's not have kids and let's get a dog.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that would be. I don't have any content. Let's have a child.
Yeah. So I didn't know what to do for content this week. So me,
Right.
Joseph.
But I've actually been thinking more about getting a cat as long as I'm not allergic to it, because there are certain cats that I'm very allergic to, others that I'm not. So I would get one that I'm not allergic to.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah,
Probably,
but
but I talked to your certified accountant to see.
right, yeah. We're not medical professionals. Maybe you should get something you're allergic to.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know. Here
Yeah,
on
we
Boonch
don't know,
Boys,
yeah.
we lie.
Yeah, we lie. um, but no, but two of my friends have now gotten cats, and I very much like that vibe of it's just a little bit more calm, and you again, I feel like you got to get a good one,
Yeah,
like you know,
not like
some of them are annoying.
what what's Halen's cat that was like
Oh, Milo?
Milo.
Who jumped into a light bulb and broke it with his face.
That's like wait, that's like this video. Hold on, let me share.
Yeah.
Boonch, Montana. Have you seen this?
Hold on.
This is Milo.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's Milo.
Yeah, that's
That's the
100%.
wrong type of cat. Because wait, yeah, let me show you one more thing. Not this.
Hey guy, welcome back to the.
Not that. Hi
The
guy.
world's hardest flexor.
Cats at 3 a.m. Because you also don't want this.
Hey everyone, I'm Jeff Bishop. I'm America's #1 real money live streaming option trader.
Get off my stuff.
What does that even mean? All right.
This is
What
also
time is
Milo.
Oh, it's 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
I gotta go do the thing.
Richard.
Helen, I have to do this.
That's so good.
Helen, I gotta go do that
I
thing.
gotta do the thing. That's good.
Yeah. But yeah, I totally agree. Because if you get the right cat, it's just like, especially when you're like a young boy, mid 20s, you're kind of independent, you're in and out. The cat respects it, you know?
Yeah.
It daps you up.
Right.
On the
It's
way
just a
in and
good
out.
vibe.
Yeah. The cat
Yeah.
welcomes you home. You're like, cat? He's like, hey, what's up?
I want to see if I can find one thing. Cause my philosophy professor has this cat, and I don't mean to embarrass him by putting him on
our nationally
syndicated
podcast.
Exactly.
What does
But
syndicated mean? Yeah. It means
it's like hired or something. I don't know. Let me see if I can find, because he does every once in a while in his videos. Let me see if I can find a good one. No. Okay, there we go. Okay. Here. Sharing. Flippers. All right. So he has this thing where his cat will just sit on his neck. Wait. Hold on.
Hello. So this is Impartiality
Which I
Part
think
2
is just
video.
the best.
We're continuing with the Susan Wolf piece today, and the way we'll focus this video, we'll start by getting some clarity on moderate impartialism.
Anyway, that's what I want in a cat.
That's
I want
so
that,
nice.
and I'm not allergic to it.
Yeah. Because that would be a lot worse if you sneezed and then he like falls off and he rips your scalp off with his claws trying to hold on.
Yeah, that's exactly what would happen.
Cats, they'll rip your scalp off.
Yeah, cats, they'll rip your scalp off if you're allergic.
You go to the musical Cats, and it fades. The light fades on, and it's just a cat with a guy that's bound up. He's just like.
It's just Andrew Lloyd Webber ripping someone's scalp off.
Dressed up, he has one whisker on each side.
Yeah.
He's like meow.
Yeah. He has
You're
one
like, this
really
is so
long
dark.
hair just coming out of his. The side of his face.
We should do that. We should write the most depressing play.
Parody of Cats.
It's still called Cats, and it's still with Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Right.
But not in
There's
the
still
role
an
you
Andrew
know.
Lloyd Webber connection.
Yeah.
Everything else is different. It's so deeply disturbing.
Yeah, it's like we advertise it as super happy, like Cats, still associated with Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Right. All right, I think I have to get going because your boy has to eat.
I'm also getting very hungry. See, us on the Boonch Boys, we go until we starve. That's our motto.
That's true. Yeah. It's hard work, but somebody's got to do it.
Yeah. Sometimes you get what you want. Sometimes you get what you need. That's like my favorite thing ever. I've been talking about that all the time. How you said that on our podcast once.
Oh, which was that episode 2? Was that what?
I think so, because I missed it. I was like doing something else, and I didn't. And yeah, I watched that back, and it's like the funniest thing. Sometimes you
can't always get what you want. Sometimes you get what you need.
Because I was like, yeah, shorter than usual episode.
Yeah, can't always get what you want.
Sometimes you get what you.
That's good.
And it's so funny because it's like they need a shorter one. Like that's what they need. It's like we can't do it that long. I know you want it, but sometimes you get what you need.
Sometimes
a short Boonch
you get what you
Boys.
need. A short.
That's my favorite ever.
Good stuff as always.
Okay. Well.
All right. We did it again. Episode 4.
Stay tuned for episode 5. It's coming up. You know it is.
We
don't stop.
We need to talk about guests.
Oh, for sure.
A lot of people want to be on it.
Okay. Well, yeah. So who so far?
Well, you told me about Grace and Claire and that whole situation.
Amelia wants to be on.
Amelia wants to be on it. Philip wants to be on it. Seth and Alex also both want to be on it, I believe.
Gosh, we should get them lined up. That's like 8 episodes right there.
Yeah, exactly. We're ready.
Yeah, let's not dilly-dally here. Let's try.
Yeah. Let's not.
This is a profession. Yeah, seriously.
Let's not beat around the boonch. There we go.
Let's not.
Another variation on that.
Wait, yeah, we could find a public domain image of Bob Ross and then.
Let's not beat around the boonch.
Yeah, it's Dave and Ross. Let's not.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Well, thank you. Say goodbye to the viewers. Bye viewers. Bye everyone.